It's tragic, it's really tragic. This is the front line of the EWU conflict. A game code named Beheading. An unfair battle for action is being fought. Ukrainian drone first perspective. A complete record of this. A tragic and rare scene. Ukrainian drone. In the alternative ditch of Bakhmut, more than 30 Russian soldiers were found lurking. In order not to alarm the snake, led by a drone, 3 heavy tanks and armored vehicles were dispatched. This alternate position belongs to the Russian army. Their combat mission this time, it is to raid the 52nd Battalion Brigade of the Ukrainian army. This time they were cut off, due to the fact that the Russian army is within a few miles of the position. Under the surveillance of drones, Russian heavy tanks can only bypass minefields. With the help of drones, the division of labor between the 2 main battle tanks is clear. The Russians in Haugu are also ready for a surprise attack. 500 meters from their replacement position, the Ukrainian army began a surprise operation. The Fog Army's surprise attack caught the Russians by surprise, although they are still around. But it was all cleared by the Fog Army. Tanks from both sides attacked simultaneously. This also distracted the attention of the Russian army in Haugu. Sudden attack by the Ukrainian army. The Russians had no way to fight back. 2 heavy tanks look out for each other. A Russian car is responsible for covering the Russian troops in the strike horn. The other one goes forward and continues to blind attack. Under the command of a drone, the attack of the Ukrainian heavy tanks was not only fierce, it's very accurate. At this moment, the Russian army in the robe has been beaten to pieces. No more movement. Under heavy artillery fire, in the howling ditch, there is still Russia who continues to resist. They kept dropping bombs on Ukrainian tanks. Attempt to blow up the tracks of a Ukrainian tank. Under drone surveillance, the Ukrainian tanks began their onslaught again. The heavy tanks of the Fog Army attacked relentlessly. But there are still a few Russians in Haugu. Soldiers keep moving, with the drones above. The Fog Army's tanks attacked again. After the smoke, the tank stopped in place. He's waiting for the drone's command. The drones at this time are also looking at Hauguliu army movement, because the load capacity of this heavy tank is 22. Now there's only one left. He wanted to leave this one for the Russian troops who came to support, but he was ordered not to stay. Ukrainian tanks, after receiving orders, slowly moved to the Russian army. The best shooting position. There were no dead Russians in Haugu, still throwing bombs out, but the Ukrainian army gave him the final shot without mercy. Under such intense artillery fire, the drone above, I didn't see the Russian counterattack again. Soldiers cannot judge. Ukrainian army in attack. No one dares to get out of the car rashly to check, just in case. Ukrainian soldiers in tank received an execution order from the commander. Ask him to drive the tank into Haugu. I want to see it this way. Even Russian soldiers who have not yet died, nor to the Ukrainian soldiers in the tank, cause any damage. It turned out that there was a surviving Russian soldier. He wasn't hurt, he was just pinned down in the bunker. Then the Ukrainian army took him to a prisoner of war camp. Free station. Watching the ground move all over the land blasted by artillery. You know how terrible the battle was? This time, Wu Jun did not hurt a single soldier. All but one of the Russian soldiers survived. All killed?